You've seen massive trucks before, but you never imagined Russia built transporters so colossal they carry nuclear missiles longer than city buses. Built to haul 150-ton ICBMs across frozen wastelands, navigate rivers while carrying anti-ship missiles, and move 46-ton battle tanks like toys. These mechanical titans have been rolling through Siberian forests and Arctic tundra for decades in complete secrecy. If you're into raw engineering power, Cold War mysteries, or machines that defy physics, buckle up because the final transporter is so massive, it'll leave you questioning everything. During the height of the Cold War and continuing today, Russia faced an impossible challenge that most nations never had to consider. How do you move nuclear weapons, massive tanks, and strategic missiles across the world's largest country? We're talking about a nation spanning 11 time zones with terrain, including frozen tundra, deep rivers, and vast stretches of roadless wilderness. The solution required engineering that pushed beyond every conventional limit, creating transport platforms that would seem impossible anywhere else. These weren't just transport vehicles. They were mobile fortresses designed to carry humanity's most powerful weapons. Their existence represents the ultimate fusion of military necessity and extreme engineering, where failure wasn't an option. When a nation's strategic capability depends on mobility, compromise becomes impossible. Today, you're going on a journey through Russia's most classified transport giants, machines built to carry weapons that could reshape continents. From amphibious missile platforms to 24-wheeled nuclear haulers, you're about to witness engineering at its most extreme and secretive. The vehicles we're covering today operate in environments where conventional transport would fail instantly. Get ready to see how Russian engineers solve problems most wouldn't dare approach. And stick around, because the final transporter is a true mechanical monstrosity, in the best possible way. We're diving deep into the 5 most colossal Russian military transport vehicles ever built. These aren't just trucks. They're rolling strategic assets that each carry the weight of national defense and Cold War innovation. These machines operate where roads don't exist, where temperatures plunge below -50 degrees Celsius, and where secrecy determines survival. Each represents a different approach to the same fundamental problem: how to move overwhelming military power across impossible terrain. Starting our list with what might seem like the smallest giant on our list, few specialized transporters command the precision the T-80U tank transporter has mastered. Built by Russian defense contractors in the 1990s, this platform was designed specifically to move Russia's 46-ton main battle tanks across any terrain. It's known particularly for its hydraulic precision and battlefield mobility, allowing rapid deployment where rail transport isn't possible. The T-80U transporter is powered by a turbocharged diesel engine producing over 500 horsepower, necessary because its payload often exceeds the weight of the transporter itself. It features a unique lowering hydraulic suspension system that creates a gentle loading angle for tanks, preventing track damage during loading operations. The all-wheel drive configuration with reinforced chassis is rated for 50-plus ton payloads, and advanced stabilization systems prevent cargo shift during transport over uneven terrain. Visually imposing with its low-profile loading deck and massive hydraulic rams, the T-80U transporter measures over 15 meters long with oversized military tires designed for both off-road traction and highway speeds. The hydraulic system's mechanical whir is unmistakable during loading operations, a sound that signals heavy armor is on the move. These transporters have been deployed across Russian military districts for rapid tank repositioning, used extensively in training exercises and strategic redeployments. They've proven critical for moving armor to conflict zones without rail dependency, allowing Russia to rapidly reposition armor battalions regardless of infrastructure limitations. Today, these specialized transporters remain highly classified in their current configurations, though export versions have been sold to allied nations for premium prices. The ability to rapidly reposition main battle tanks remains a critical capability in modern warfare, making these transporters invaluable strategic assets. If you think moving a 46-ton tank is impressive, wait until you see what hauls entire missile systems through rivers without breaking a sweat. Moving up in scale, we encounter the legendary Uragan, the MAZ-543, and its larger cousin, the MAZ-7310. Few transport platforms have earned the battlefield respect of the MAZ-543 series, which has become synonymous with Russian missile mobility. Built by MAZ in the 1960s during peak Cold War tensions, the Uragan was designed as the universal platform for Soviet mobile missile systems. Over time, It became the backbone of Russia's tactical nuclear deterrent, providing mobility for weapons that previously required fixed installations. The Uragan is powered by a massive 38.8-liter V12 diesel engine, producing 525 horsepower, an engine more commonly found in locomotives than vehicles. It features 8x8 all-wheel drive with differential locks on all axles, allowing it to maintain traction in conditions that would strand conventional trucks. Perhaps most impressively, it's capable of crossing rivers up to 1.5 meters deep while fully loaded with missile systems. The independent suspension allows operation on terrain that stops other vehicles, including deep mud and snow that would swallow lesser machines. The MAZ-543 series has a distinctive angular design with elevated cab and massive ground clearance. It measures 12 meters long with tires nearly 2 meters tall, dimensions that make it instantly recognizable on any battlefield. The V-12's deep rumble announces its presence from kilometers away, a sound that became associated with strategic missile movements throughout the Cold War. The Uragan served as platform for Scud missile launchers throughout the Cold War and has been deployed in conflicts from Afghanistan to Syria, carrying various weapon systems. Even today, modernized configurations remain active in Russia's arsenal, testifying to the fundamental soundness of the original design. Original military variants are extremely rare outside Russia, while civilian versions command high prices among collectors worldwide. The Uragan represents a pivotal moment in military mobility engineering, when missile systems became truly road-independent. Think river crossing capability is extreme? The next vehicle actually floats while carrying anti-ship missiles, taking amphibious operations to an entirely new level. Now we enter truly unique territory with Russia's amphibious missile platform, the BAZ-6944 transporter. No other military transporter combines the BAZ-6944's land and sea capabilities, making it one of the most specialized vehicles in Russia's arsenal. Developed in the 2000s for Russia's coastal defense strategy, the BAZ-6944 was built specifically as the mobile platform for the Bastion anti-ship missile system. It was designed to operate from remote coastlines and island positions where conventional logistics would be impossible to maintain. The BAZ-6944 features a specialized hull design integrated with an 8-wheel drive chassis, essentially combining boat and truck technologies into a single platform. It's powered by a marine-rated diesel engine producing over 400 horsepower, with a unique sealed drivetrain that allows full amphibious operation. Most impressively, it can carry 12-ton Bastion missile systems while navigating coastal waters, providing mobile strike capability where conventional vessels might be detected. Visually, it looks like a fusion of military truck and patrol boat, with a hull-shaped undercarriage featuring retractable wheels for water operation. It typically carries a distinctive camouflage pattern designed for coastal environments, blending both maritime and land elements to maximize concealment in transitional zones. The BAZ-6944 has been deployed to Russia's Arctic and Pacific coastal regions, where it's used for rapid missile system positioning on remote islands and coastlines. It provides mobile coastal defense without requiring permanent installations, allowing Russia to create temporary anti-ship barriers that can disappear as quickly as they appeared. These transporters have extremely limited production due to their specialized mission requirements, with no known exports due to strategic sensitivity. Their unique capabilities make them particularly valuable for defending Russia's massive coastline without fixed installations that could be targeted. If an amphibious missile platform seems incredible, wait until you see the modern ICBM hauler that represents the pinnacle of contemporary transport engineering. Approaching the pinnacle of transport engineering, the MZKT 79221 represents the evolution of strategic missile mobility, taking lessons from Soviet-era designs and applying modern technology to create the ultimate nuclear delivery platform. Built by MZKT in the 2000s as successor to Soviet-era transporters, the 79221 was designed specifically to carry Russia's most advanced ICBMs. Today, it serves as the mobile platform for Topolim and Yar's nuclear missiles, essentially making it a mobile launch platform for some of the world's most powerful weapons. The MZKT-79221 is powered by a 16-cylinder diesel engine producing over 800 horsepower, necessary for moving its massive payload across unpredictable terrain. It features 16-wheel all-wheel drive with computer-controlled traction systems that constantly adjust to ground conditions. With a 25-ton payload capacity and precision stabilization systems, It can transport nuclear missiles with the delicacy required for such sensitive cargo. The transporter also includes advanced navigation and communication systems for strategic operations, allowing it to operate independently for extended periods. Visually, it presents a modern angular design with an armored cab and stealth considerations built into its profile. It measures over 20 meters long with sophisticated missile erection systems integrated into its chassis. Despite its enormous size and power, it's designed for near-silent operation, a critical requirement for strategic mobility. The MZKT-79221 is currently active in Russia's strategic rocket forces, providing mobile nuclear deterrent across Russia's vast territory. It's regularly featured in military parades showcasing strategic capabilities, a rare public appearance for a system designed primarily for secrecy. These transporters remain highly classified, with exact specifications closely guarded. There are no civilian variants or exports due to their strategic importance. They represent the cutting edge of Russia's nuclear delivery systems. Impressive as modern engineering is, nothing prepared the world for the ultimate Soviet transport monster that we're about to examine. A vehicle so extreme, it defies conventional classification. If you're amazed by these mechanical giants, smash that like button. Subscribe and hit the bell because we explore the world's most extreme military machines every week. Trust me, the final transporter will redefine what you think is possible in the realm of ground transport. If the MZKT-79221 represents modern perfection, the final vehicle is pure Soviet excess, engineering taken to limits that even today seem almost impossible. This is a machine so massive it required revolutionary engineering just to move under its own power. So extreme that even today, military engineers study its design in disbelief, wondering how Soviet engineers solved problems that shouldn't have been solvable. At the absolute peak of transport engineering stands the MAZ-7907, the ultimate ICBM transporter. No wheeled vehicle in history has matched its combination of size, power, and capability. It represents what happens when engineers are given a seemingly impossible task and unlimited resources to solve it. Developed in the 1980s during the final Cold War arms race, the MAZ-7907 was built specifically to transport the Soviet Union's largest intercontinental ballistic missiles. It represented the ultimate expression of mobile nuclear deterrence, a platform so capable it could move strategic weapons anywhere, regardless of terrain or infrastructure. The MAZ-79007 specifications read like science fiction. It's powered by a gas turbine engine producing 1,250 horsepower, essentially using aircraft technology for ground transport. It features a revolutionary 24-wheel configuration across 12 axles, with each wheel independently powered and controlled. Its payload capacity exceeds 150 tons, equivalent to carrying 3 main battle tanks simultaneously. The entire vehicle measures 28 meters long, longer than most city buses, yet can navigate terrain that would stop conventional trucks. Perhaps most impressively, it features electronic suspension with millimeter-precise load balancing, ensuring its precious cargo remains perfectly stable regardless of terrain. The MAZ-7907 absolutely dominates any landscape with its massive presence. It looks more like a land-based freight train than a truck, with proportions that seem impossible for a wheeled vehicle. The turbine engine produces an otherworldly metallic hum, unlike any diesel truck. Each of its 24 wheels stands taller than a grown person, with specialized tires developed exclusively for this platform. The 7907 was designed to carry intercontinental nuclear warheads in complete secrecy, capable of transporting strategic missiles across thousands of kilometers without relying on rail networks that could be targeted. It operated in the most remote regions of the Soviet Union, often moving only at night to avoid satellite detection. Only prototype examples were ever built, and the MAZ-7907 remains one of the most classified vehicles in military history. The single surviving example is secured in a classified facility, occasionally glimpsed in satellite imagery, but rarely acknowledged officially. This machine didn't just transport weapons, it transported the power to reshape continents. It represents the absolute pinnacle of Cold War engineering excess, a rolling testament to engineering without limits or compromise. These 5 mechanical titans represent more than just transport vehicles. They're rolling fortresses built to carry humanity's most powerful weapons across impossible terrain. From tank haulers to amphibious missile platforms to nuclear weapon transporters, each one pushed engineering beyond what seemed possible at its time. Forged in Cold War secrecy and tested in the world's harshest environments, these machines demonstrate what happens when military necessity overrides conventional design limitations. Each represents a different solution to the fundamental problem of strategic mobility: how to move overwhelming force regardless of terrain or conditions. Which of these colossal transporters impressed you most? Could you imagine encountering one of these giants in person? Which represents the ultimate fusion of power and engineering? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you're fascinated by extreme military engineering, smash that like button and subscribe for weekly deep dives into the world's most incredible machines. Hit the bell for notifications and check out our next video on Soviet Arctic vehicles. Which transporter would you want to see in action? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching.